In this module, we will discuss about cloud computing models. Cloud is very flexible and based on your business requirement, you can deploy and use the cloud in your organization. Some organizations need the full control on the infrastructure created in the cloud. Some organizations don't want to manage their infrastructure. Some wants to build their custom applications. Some wants to use the applications created by cloud providers or third-party organizations. So based on type of deployment, flexibility, management, and control on the cloud computing is divided into two types of operating model: deployment model and service model. Deployment model is how you deploy and implement the cloud in your organization. It can be private cloud, public cloud, hybrid cloud, or multi-cloud. Service model define the level of access and the management control on the cloud resources, and it can be infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. We will talk about both deployment model and service model in more details in a moment. So let's talk about the cloud deployment model. Cloud deployment model is how you deploy or implement the cloud in your organization. Based on network architecture, the cloud deployment models are further divided into different types like private cloud, public cloud, hybrid cloud, community cloud, and multi-cloud. Organizations are using these cloud computing model based on their business needs and requirement. Each model solves a specific set of problem and serve the different purpose. We will talk about these deployment models in detail in just a moment. Let's talk about private cloud. Private cloud is a dedicated environment for one user or customer. You don't share the hardware with any other users in private cloud. All the hardware is yours and you have full control on it. You can consider the current data center of your organization as your private cloud because all infrastructure in your data center is managed by you or your organization, and that infrastructure is not shared with other. You can host your private cloud on-prem or in cloud providers environment. There are multiple providers like AWS, Azure, VMware where you can host your private cloud. Private cloud can't be accessed from the internet. Only approved users of your organization can access these resources via secure private network. Private cloud has higher initial cost and user is responsible to manage the IT and hardware infrastructure. Organizations use the private cloud to keep their data strictly confidential within their environment. And it is also used with legacy system that cannot be accessed or integrated with public cloud. Private cloud brings lots of benefits for its users. Private cloud provides you dedicated and secure infrastructure with end-to-end control. Private cloud is a single tenant architecture and specific to an organization, which means the hardware, storage, and network are dedicated to a single client. It can be integrated with legacy system that cannot be integrated with the public cloud. Private cloud can be hosted on-prem or you can create your own private cloud within cloud provider's environment. Private cloud is preferred for security or compliance requirement. Next, let's talk about public cloud. Public cloud provide a shared platform that is accessible to everyone through an internet connection. Anyone can create their resources in public cloud. Public cloud physical infrastructure is owned and maintained by third-party providers. Public cloud is an alternative approach to traditional data centers. In public cloud, a third party hosts these scalable resources and delivers them to users via internet or a dedicated network connection. Public cloud saves the organization from owning, maintaining, and operating the complex infrastructure. Data stored in public cloud are open for everyone, and anyone can access the applications hosted on the public cloud. Providers have a multi-tenant architecture, which means multiple users run their resources on shared infrastructure and use the same computing resources. The data and workload for each user is logically separated and remain isolated from the data of the other users, which means no one can access the data of each other even if they are using the same physical hardware. Public cloud brings lots of benefits for its users. Minimal investment. Public cloud is a pay-per-use service. There is no upfront investment, and this makes it a best choice for users that need immediate access to resources with minimum investment. No physical setup required. The entire cloud infrastructure is fully deployed and managed by the cloud service provider, so you don't need to set up any hardware. No management overhead. The cloud infrastructure is managed by a cloud service provider, so there is no management overhead. Scalability: you can scale the infrastructure up or down as per your business requirement and whenever you need. You have the full flexibility to scale the infrastructure up or down as per your business requirements. Next, let's talk about hybrid cloud. Hybrid cloud combines the benefits of both public and private cloud. In a hybrid cloud, some workloads and data are stored in a private cloud while others are stored in a public cloud. The private cloud can be used for sensitive workloads and data that require high level of security, control, and compliance. The public cloud can be used for non-sensitive workloads that require scalability, flexibility, and cost efficiency. Hybrid cloud is used when you want to keep some of the data strictly confidential within your on-prem environment and wants to host few applications on the cloud for public accessibility. This is most common deployment model used in organizations. The organizations moving their data centers from on-prem to cloud uses this deployment model. Some organizations cannot host all their applications on the public cloud because of security concerns or data protection requirement. Hybrid cloud enables you to run both on-prem and cloud applications at the same time. Managing a hybrid cloud is complex. So if you use a hybrid cloud, the cost of managing the architecture could be high compared to private cloud or public cloud. Next, let's talk about the community cloud. A community cloud is a cloud computing environment that is shared by multiple organizations with similar interest, such as government agencies, healthcare providers, or educational institutions. In a community cloud, the participating organizations collaborate to build, operate, and manage the cloud infrastructure. Community cloud can be hosted either on-prem or by third-party cloud service providers. Community clouds are cloud infrastructure that enables the multiple organizations to work together. It provides a shared platform and resources for organizations to work on their business requirements. Community cloud helps you to do the collaborative work on the cloud. These requirements are usually driven by the need of shared data, shared services, or shared industry regulations. Members of a community clouds are organizations that have common business requirements. Community cloud help you to share the resources and infrastructure with multiple organizations. Community cloud is a suitable model for both collaboration and data sharing. This model is operated and managed by community members, third-party vendors, or both. The organizations that share the common business requirement and wants to work together makes the members of the community cloud. Next, let's talk about the multi-cloud. Multi-cloud is a cloud computing strategy that involves multiple cloud providers. In a multi-cloud environment, organizations uses a combination of public cloud, private cloud, and hybrid cloud for their applications. As cloud is growing popular, uses of multi-cloud is becoming normal, and organizations may run the workloads on different cloud platforms such as AWS, Azure, or Google. There are many regions and organizations select a multi-cloud strategy. A multi-cloud deployment helps the organizations to choose the services from different vendors. With multi-cloud models, an organization can choose the services based on number of factors like contract option, flexibility, and payment. Multi-cloud strategy brings a lots of benefits for the organizations. Maximum availability. By using the multiple cloud providers, organizations can ensure that their services and applications are available even if one cloud provider fails. Reducing the cost. By using multiple cloud providers, organizations can take advantage of different pricing models and optimize their cloud spending to reduce the cost. Compliance. Organizations can achieve the compliance and regulations that require data to be stored in specific location or require the certain security measures to be implemented. Avoiding the vendor lock-in. By using the multiple cloud providers, organizations can avoid being tied to a single vendor and can choose the best cloud services for each workload. So we talked about different cloud models. You can take the decision what deployment model is suitable for your organization based on your business requirements. The best cloud model for an organization depend on its specific need, requirement, and resources. We discussed about private cloud, public cloud, hybrid cloud, multi-cloud. Private cloud is best suited for organizations that require complete control over their data and infrastructure. It is best for companies with high security requirements such as those in the healthcare, finance, or in the government sector. Public cloud is typically the most cost-effective option and offers the scalability and flexibility and ease of use. It is best suited for organizations with limited IT resources, those who require a flexible and affordable solution. Hybrid cloud is a combination of public and private cloud that enables the organization to take the benefits of both the models. Multi-cloud involves the multiple cloud providers and organizations uses a combination of public, private, and hybrid cloud for their applications. You can select the right cloud computing model based on scalability. You need to check if your user's activity is growing quickly with spikes in demand. Privacy and security. Select a service provider that protect your privacy and security of your sensitive data. Cost. You may decide how many resources you need for your cloud solution. Ease of use. You may select a model which is easy to deploy and use for the organization. Legal or compliance. You need to check whether any specific law stop you from selecting any specific cloud deployment model. So you need to choose the right cloud deployment model based on your organization strategy and your business requirements.